Larry Satchwell here again with today's problem. Seems like there's always a problem if you own a home. About a year ago, I revitalized this deck, put up this new railing here, and made this corner. When I knew I was going to be doing this, I bought this lumber back a year and a half ago, and this was sitting in my barn, drying out. Pressure treated lumber, it just comes soaking wet from most of the big box stores. It's best if you can to buy it in the winter. It's not doesn't move as fast at that time, and it's usually a little bit drier. But I knew this was going to be a problem, so I dried it and put it on here and made this corner. And when I sealed this corner, it was tight. You can see I've got a biscuit right here. I had a biscuit down there, and it's really good here, but this big gap has opened up here. I'm going to be painting this deck, or staining this deck, later on today, and tomorrow morning hopefully starting a new pergola on this same deck. So I need to get it right before I start all that. There's a couple ways I can do this. I could take a circular saw and run it through there and tighten the gap up each time. I've got to take these screws out. That's part of the problem. There's no way to attach this railing without putting it here. And when you don't allow wood to move, this is what's going to happen. My solution today, I've got several different size router bits here, and I'm going to try to find the one that fits this widest gap as close as possible. I don't have a lot of room to play here as far as the other ends of these boards. So I need to make this as efficient as possible. And this looks like the one. That just goes in there nicely. So I'm going to get my router set up. I'm going to make one pass with that. I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to put a spline, a full spline in here this time, and try to find a way to attach this from the bottom to allow this railing to shift a little bit. But then again, I'm going to be attaching the pergola, and it's not going to have much room to move. So you've got to give up one option or the other. But this wood is now a year and a half old. So hopefully the movement will be to a minimal. I've had the piece I'm going to put in here in the basement for several months, if not a couple of years. My wife will tell you, I love wood. I hate to throw a piece away. But I know that that wood is really dry. So I'm going to use Titebond 3, try to clean this gap up. That's the plan. Now for the execution. Because the humidity is so high, I've decided to go with Gorilla Glue on this project. I have a love-hate relationship with Gorilla Glue. It is waterproof, and it does a great job, especially in damp conditions like this. But at the same time, it's going to foam, and I'm going to have to somehow get under this railing, and work that in. Now, I'm putting these in cross grain. If I put them in with the grain long, it would just split. So I'm putting them all in cross grain. I didn't have one giant piece, so I cut several smaller ones. The other nice thing about Gorilla Glue is you don't have to apply it to both surfaces, and in this dampness out here, it's going to cure really well. right here. Trying to get it on the inside there. And I'm going to put a little right here. And I'm going to put some on the bottom. This end grain is not going to do well with glue. There's a little bit of a shadow line here, so it's a little bit hard to see, but it's pretty tight. Here it is completed. The railing back on, the head. It looks pretty good right now. We'll see what it looks like in a couple of months. Thanks for watching.